YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on Total War Attila in the Sassanid campaign. And just wanted to keep this one rolling as well. That way there's a little bit of a contrast between the two Horde campaigns I have going. Eventually the Ostrogoth campaign will settle down into a settled one, but for now it's definitely a Horde campaign. And I think we left off ready for me to take the fight to Asia here, this faction. And we're going to hit them here at Cyzicus? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Something like that. They've basically got a ton of spearmen. I've got a decent number of Daylamites, some cataphracts. I'd rather fight them on open ground, though. I might circle them up here and see if they'll come after me. It looks like Ephesus is going to be kind of ticked off, but it's probably because I'm sieging over here, too. It's not going to help the public order of this province. We can go ahead and build this polo pitch, though, which will give a nice boost to public order, and then upgrade the city center as well. Should be fine from a squalor standpoint, for sure. Where are we at? So we're 4 turns from the elite Daylamites, and then I'm going to do some research on the Grivpanvar. Let's see, this gets us Kurdish Javelinmen and Kurdish Archers. Now that would be cool. Camel Clibanaria and Sogdian Camel Raiders, that'd be fun also. Though the Camel Clibanaria would be worse versus cavalry, and they replaced the Persian Mounted Warriors, unfortunately. Elite Savarn Cavalry. Are these guys not available? It seems like there's only one Savarn Cavalry available. Armenian Slingers replace Persian Hurlers. Savarn Sardar replaces Persian Nobles. So there's a whole bunch of this research through here. This Azadan compound would give us access to war elephants, so that would be pretty cool. So we're just going to work on a bunch of this stuff, and we'll start with the Grivpanvar. Where's the Pushtagbun Cataphracts? So this gives us Gaia Navspar. Savarn Sardar. So if this gives... Oh, okay. Gaia Navspar replace the Pushtagbun. Where did the Pushtagbun come in? It's got to be somewhere through here, because if you research this one, it replaces them. Sassanid Large Onager. I can't find out where you unlock the Pushtagbun Cavalry. Well, that's weird. Maybe they come through... No, it says replaces Pushtagbun Cataphracts. And that cycles from here and here. Neither one of those seems to do it. Huh. Interesting. Well, whatever. I'll figure it out. Let's get into our settlement scroll. Just kind of see what, if anything, we should continue to build on. We got this fishing jetty. Sanitation's quite good. We do have other farms coming along. Ooh, let's see. So what do we need to get to this highest level? Royal Hammam. It's a pretty sweet building, by the way. So it's here. Technically we could... Well, no, because we'd have to research all these too, so that would take a while to get there. Let's not worry about it right now. Not worried about that either. Don't think I need either one of those, to be honest. Should be fine here as well. Everything there is good. We could just go ahead and upgrade to the polo pitch, but I might save my food for other stuff because it's not completely necessary. And Spahan, upgrade that sheep pen. Gives a little extra food. Not much, but I've already got a camel farm here. I'm not sure it would be worth all the extra negative penalties that we would draw in from it. Adobe Maker is a nice income, but a whole lot of public disorder from it as well. Same thing with a gold mine. I don't really know if it really even feels like it's worth it for all the public order penalties that you eat to have it. So I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Yeah, we'll just leave those alone. So Egypt, go ahead and upgrade to this wheat quern. And what do we like here? Sanitation is very good. in the province. Current squalor, total sanitation is pretty good there as well. That's not going to be increasing it. That will a little bit. We'll kind of let that settle in and just kind of get a feel. Someone was telling me that this province here isn't fertile. I need to check that out. In Ethiopia. Not food. Fertility. Yeah, sure enough. It's completely infertile, and I built a wheat farm there. We need to switch it over to a camel farm. Good call. Thanks for that. This wheat clearance is only giving us 40 food, and we could totally get more out of the camel farm. So, appreciate that. Nice call. Nice call indeed. Alright. I just figured since the Nile ran through it kind of makes sense, but I guess it does make sense that it's not, because this is where you get down closer to the delta where the farmland would be more fertile. So I get it. That makes sense. I'm on board. I think we're getting pretty close to wanting to siege Constantinople. We definitely have armies that are getting capable of it. Where did I build that? Seemed like I had a military structure that I was building back here for training. Did I do it in Ephesus? No, somewhere back in one of these other provinces. Yeah, right here. So what's this province? Cilicia, so Tarsus, Iconium, or so if I go to Iconium with these guys who are currently in Nicomedia, let's do that, and we'll replace all these Armenian spears with Dialamite warriors, and then when we finish this research, we can upgrade them to elites. So we're going to disband these units and train new units in their place.
Our Lord needs good fighters. Come, join our ranks.
2, 5, 7,
It
8.
is a great and glorious thing to fight for our
Just gotta make 2
cause.
more. Actually, I might go ahead and grab just 1 more bowman.
Noble
That'll be good.
cause
Okay.
requires noble men.
So I think that we are almost ready to end the turn. I have an army back here that's doing some training, so it's still good as well. And then Baram. I don't really want to stick around this place for too terribly long, but we're going to have to, at least until it kind of solidifies its public order here. Military presence is 22 of the reason why it's not revolting. So that's a pretty substantial reason. To get this noble estate. Is there anything better for public order? There's really not. There's not a whole lot else I can do for public order here. So Baram, a governor, has some skill that can be upgraded. Not my king. This recruitment capacity might be cool. So there we go. Let's see. The Alans moving across into Asia Minor and attacking me. Really? Are they allied to the Asians? So that means that now there's a very large force working against me. This will be fun. Haven't had a big fight yet on this campaign, and if we lose, I feel pretty confident that we should be able to rebuild. I've got a lot of cataphracts, plenty of archers. This Savaran cavalry is going to be very, very deadly to enemy units. So I'm more than happy to fight this, actually. I'm just going to take up a defensive position and let my Savaran crossbow cavalry work some of its magic here. I don't think the AI is going to do as well here as they hope they might. My Dialamites and Shield Wall ought to be pretty hardy troops, and they would come in the fog. That is severely annoying, because it's going to be really hard for you all to see anything, and then for me to see anything. In fact, I might just go ahead and set up in the corner here and harass my enemies pretty badly.
As you command.
Mercenary Savaran cataphracts. I'm gonna keep my cataphracts up here just for now. The trees will actually slow down their charges, unfortunately. Let's put my cataphracts over here. These Savaran cavalry are actually pretty slow, so I am gonna need my Savaran cataphracts somewhat nearby, because my crossbow cav is inherently very vulnerable. They do have Parthian shot, though, which is fantastic. They really need to give the Sassanids that in multiplayer battles to give them a unit that could potentially be useful, because right now they are pretty worthless now. Unfortunately, all these trees are actually going to give some very nice cover to my enemies, and I apologize for the fog. It is going to make this battle probably less than appealing aesthetically, and I can't be zoomed in all the time to get you views. I will do what I can, but the battles are kind of fast in Attila. They were a little slower in Rome too. It kind of made it easier to get views, to be honest. The fast battles definitely make it harder to get you good views. Let's come up here and see if we can lure some enemy units within our range. I can't remember the range on these guys. I think it's 125. I'm going to stay off of Flaming Shot, even though I really want to go into it because there's so many trees. We're just going to end up catching the forest on fire all around us, and it's just going to demoralize my own troops. And we're going to need to stop and rest from time to time because we don't want to get our guys slowed down too much from fatigue. The AI is going to want to camp and get all of its forces together. That's going to be their preferred way to fight here. Well, maybe what I need to do then is just forget these guys that are camping on the hill and ruin some of the reinforcements that are coming in. Like, go find where they're coming in from and start shooting them up. AI's kind of breaking some units off here. Their reinforcements must be on the way in. If I could get behind them with all this cavalry, that'd be really nice, actually. I need to rest my cavalry eventually. Okay, there's some enemy cavalry I can see. Let's just kind of keep scouting ahead while hopefully not getting ourselves in a position where we'll be too exposed. Let our cavalry get up here and rest. Yeah, not a particularly good range on these guys. Actually, quite a short range. What is that range to be specific? Man, they got to get this on the unit card. 125. Okay, it just seemed like it may even be a little shorter. Winded, fresh. Winded, active. We're not in range of any of the enemy units. I still don't see where their other reinforcement. They should have land troops coming in to reinforce from somewhere. Have to keep an eye on this mini-map as best we can. Okay, all my shot cavalry's fresh again. Let's go ahead and just keep pushing up around the enemy flank. Okay. The AI is just going to keep twisting its flank away from me. Let's get up on top of this hill. This will be a great place to try and lure some enemies in after me, because we'll have a downhill charge. So this is the original enemy army of Alani. Yeah, this is all their Alani troops. Where's the reinforcing Asians? Some were coming in by sea, but it seems like there should be another army coming in from somewhere. I could end up getting pincered here too, so I need to be careful. Yep. Okay, I see some Asian troops finally.
The enemy are ambushing us.
Okay, I can actually switch to Flaming Shot now as well. My Flaming Shot ought to rip these skirmisher cav apart. They have a fast-moving cav, though, that just got right into my crossbows. Some Persian-mounted scouts. I really want to keep trying to pull away from this, because my cataphracts are very tired right now. And it looks like the AI is getting to the point where it's wanting to trap us, which is probably good for them. Let's just keep using our crossbow cav to push these skirmisher cav off. let our cataphracts rest.
Found our concealed units.
Gotta stay away from that fast-moving melee cab that's coming in. These Persian scouts. Gotta pull away and get shots. Come on, fire, 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 fire. Okay, now stop firing. Fire at them. Okay, we gotta kill some of these scout equites. Let's hurry up and wrap them up because the AI could be moving in with infantry. They are. So we're gonna need to end this fight quickly against the scout equites. So let's get in here and help crush these guys so that we can get away with our Safard cataphracts. There are enemy dogs potentially incoming as well, which would be quite bad. Enemy cavalry showing some signs of weakening here. Just keep charging in. Let's get a side charge on these scout equites, see if we can put them out of their misery. Let's see if we can rout this one scout equite and then get the heck out of here.
The enemy have routed
Okay,
their units.
go, 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 get out. Dang it, stupid Sarmatian mounted skirmishers got into me as well, and if I pull back they're going to get a ton of kills. Holy crap! Now I'm going to get pincered, like I talked about. We got to get out of here. This is bad. Okay, we're going to charge our way out of here, so let's just keep our crossbow cab on fire at will, and we've got to fight our way out over on this flank, because the enemy's got its full strength basically now, and this is very bad for us. But my crossbow cab ought to be able to do a lot of damage while trying to escape. Just stay away from their infantry. We don't want to get bogged down. My guys will be too tired to probably get an effective charge. Okay, just going to keep pushing our cataphracts. Come on, run, don't walk. Thank you. Let's switch off a flaming shot because we're catching the trees around us on fire. Get our Spartan cavalry up here against the red line and just escape, while firing as many crossbow bolts as possible. The force will definitely give the AI troops some cover here, but we're going to barely escape with our cavalry here. Our guys are going to be very tired, but hopefully we can keep getting shots into these axe warband. Yeah, getting some pretty good shots there. Enemy skirmisher cav is chasing, but okay, we can go ahead and just start working our way back to our troops. Enemy skirmisher cav's chasing me. As soon as I get onto open ground, I'm going to switch back over to flaming shot. This will cause more damage. Here we go. There we go. We got some nice shots on that skirmisher cav that was pestering us. So yeah, I'm just going to run all the way back over here to my troops and make the AI follow me at this point. And our flaming crossbow bolts ought to finish off these skirmishers as well. I might take a little bit slower path back with my crossbow cab and let them do some damage. Okay, we managed to get rid of those guys. Let's go off fire at will. Let's see if we can hit some of these. It's actually good for these axe units. Okay, go ahead and pull back a little more, and we'll switch off of flaming to the standard shot. Did some pretty nice damage to those axe infantry. Where's the enemy archer range? Yeah, I'm still outside of enemy archer range. Let's just use these crossbow cab. Let's let them rest for a minute. Poor guys have been running like crazy for their life here. Let's keep these cataphracts resting here, potentially, actually. Give support quickly if needed. Oh, we got dogs moving in. I'm actually going to go off of fire at will. Just run back here and force the enemy to keep chasing me. And then I wonder if there's a good position that our Daylamites can take up to take advantage of some terrain. Not really. well, we're kind of downhill here too, so we almost kind of want to be right here. Let's get our Dialamites ready. Get our Persian bowmen ready as well. Let's give our cavalry a chance to rush. Our Svarn Cav's already fresh, and our Cataphracts are still a little bit winded. We definitely want to keep the Cataphracts alive and well. There's a lot of enemy infantry that we're going to need to back charge. And then my own infantry, like I said, in a shield wall formation, they ought to do quite good. They'd get a bonus versus infantry, and then they'd have nice health and a boost to melee defense, so all of that should be quite good for them. If we can get the enemy to spot our Dialamite warriors as well, they might focus there and allow me to get my crossbow cavalry behind them, where I could use them to absolutely devastating effect. I've already gotten a fair number of kills, though, on all the crossbow cav, and some kills on all my Svarn Cataphracts as well, though some were better than others as far as their utility. Let's see. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little. I'm completely hidden at this point, so the AI doesn't know where I'm at. They've attacked me, so if the time runs out, I win, so I'm not worried about how long it takes the AI to find me here, other than it's just a little bit annoying to wait on them. Let's take another good look at the terrain here. It's going to be pretty square terrain all through here. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward again, let our Dialamites get up into a line. Like I said, we'll make it to where the enemy can kind of spot us. Right now the enemy's scouting around. I don't know if they know where they're going. Not really worried about these marine units. Ooh, there is an enemy Palatina guard back here, though, that my Svarn cavalry would love to have a chat with. Okay, my Dialamite infantry getting into position. Resting nicely. Yeah, I want to go find that enemy Palatina guard. Turn on the flaming shot barrage and have a good old time with him. I got some Exploratores back here as well. Yeah, this ought to be some good times here. What's our normal damage on the crossbow? 65. We might ought to turn on heavy shot, because this Roman general's fairly armored. Not worried about the Exploratores unit. More of them over here. Oh yeah, some point blank. Oh yeah, that killed like 40 of the Palatina guard all at once. So we're just gonna keep unloading, kind of point blank range here. Oh, got some enemy cav inbound. Pull back, pull back. Flaming shot. Fire at will off, fire at will on, so hopefully we'll target the cavalry. Run, run, run. Some scout equites that are chasing us. They are going to get wrecked, though, by flaming crossbow fire. They are in a charge animation, though, so it's making them even faster. Fortunately, though, I pulled away just in the nick of time. One more volley here, and they should be down for the count. Let's switch back over to heavy shot, off fire at will. Those Exploratores are not really my concern. It looks like the enemy's sending a whole bunch of infantry over to stop us. Yeah, because they don't know where the rest of my troops are at still. So let's go ahead and move up my infantry line yet again. And we'll just keep playing cat and mouse here with the enemy. These Svarn Cataphracts could potentially get a very nice charge here. Let's pull the rest of these guys up as well. Let's use our Svarn Cataphracts to pin down the enemy general. Looks like he's going to try and brace. Woods are going to slow down my charge a little. Let's let him get his kills. He'll probably rout the Palatina Guard, and then we're going to need to run in a secondary charge against the back of these Exploratores. And we could probably crush these guys. They're not very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and pin down all these units that the AI has singled out here, and we'll save some ammo on our crossbow cav by having just charged them. Enemy general's dead. So yeah, we'll make the AI pay for that one. What do we got here? Cataphract that I left behind. Gonna charge these explorers again. My Svaran Cataphracts ought to be pretty much instant doom. These guys have no real attack to speak of. They're all weapon damage, but very low health and armor. They're really just a scout infantry, and they're gonna get hammered by Svaran Cataphracts. Any cavalry for that matter. You saw my crossbow cav rip them up as well. I've got my Dalamite warriors. I'm going to move up just a little more here too, see if we can get the enemy infantry interested. And if so, I can just run in behind him with my cataphracts and crossbow cav and cause massive damage. Oh, we got enemy units right on top of us. So the enemy can now see my guys here, which is fine. I wanted to lure them in anyway. Let's bring our general around to cause some damage. And let's single out these units over here. Okay, so we took one Palatina Guard out of the picture, which is great. Okay, what's happening here? So it looks like the enemy hurlers came into range of my javelins, which I really probably shouldn't have thrown at the hurlers, but whatever, they're gone. What do we got over here? Some Alani spearmen that just released their dogs. I'm gonna go into a shield wall. His little poochies coming in over here. They're not gonna do so good. Let's use our nobles to run down these hurlers. And let's see, we can just use standard. Actually, we can just use some standard shot from our archer. Whoa, whoa. Got all the enemy infantry chasing my cav over here. Very typical for the AI. So we're gonna move back around them, get our men to safety. Got some axes bearing down on my general, so let's pull out of here. I don't know, I can't tell if the AI is gonna actually attack me over here or not. Their dogs are not doing well. My archers are getting shots. We routed those guys. I'm going to attack some of their own bowmen. If we can get the enemy interested in actually attacking us over here, we can... let's reposition these Dalamites. We'll just kind of make like a defensive position. Countercharge. Those axes are actually going to do pretty good against me right here. We need to outflank them quickly. Okay, go ahead and attack those archers. Let's get our cav over here before the enemy infantry can react, and use our general for this as well. Yeah, we got a bunch of axe attacks coming in against our Dalamites over here. And the enemy bowmen keep going kind of in and out of my visibility. Just pour in here against the axemen. Dalamites. Whoa, 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 what's going on over here? I lost a crossbow cav. Aye. One of my crossbow cav must have gotten caught when I wasn't watching. Let's see if we... Well, those are just Comitatensis spears. They're not braced. I'm going to hit them with a bunch of charges, but it'll be slowed down by the woods. We'll just see if we can cause some damage to them. More or less just to get them out of my way for a minute.
They're not done yet.
Didn't actually cause... Well, we caused 71 casualties. Let's get into the back of these enemy units and start getting these... Let's get our Dalamites here. Our general, Persian general, getting into the back of these units. There's enemy archers firing into my general, though I'd probably have to go chase them down. I just want to try and get a chain route going on some of these axemen. And we almost have it. Again, let's kind of just try and get in an infantry position here. Makes me mad I lost that crossbow unit. I'll have to get them back. Okay. Looks like got enemy pikes here that are fighting against me as well. Pushing back the enemy with heavy losses there. My general's about to get intercepted by a Germanic noble. Let's steer away from that. Get into these spears. I need some more cavalry over here, particularly with some of my Svaran cataphracts. Let's bring a couple of them over. Give my general some support. Let's crush these axes real quick that came back from routing. Got a quick charge in there with my Persian noble. And then now let's charge the enemy general with their Dalamite warriors. And they are doing very well here in the center of this fight because pikemen just really don't have any capability to attack. We're going to move our Svaran cataphracts around. Got them coming around this side as well. Okay, so got my... there's a bunch of troops that weren't visible in the forest here, and my Svaran cataphracts just ran right into them. Let's just pull back and we'll kind of work our way around from the other side. The pike's facing away from me. I don't know which direction the pikes are facing, but it's not towards my general. So I'm going to charge into this already somewhat squishy blob here. Sorry, you can't hardly see anything. This map is not going to be great for close-ups. Okay, so our Svarans helped to crush these guys over here. Our general just took massive losses because there was a spear unit there that wasn't broken. Lucky that we didn't lose our general. Let's just bring him over here to safety. Okay, keep pouring in with the Dialamites. We really need to assist our troops over here. They're getting overwhelmed. We gotta push through here with our Svarans and quickly. Let's bring my general back around and see if we can support morale and swing around this way. So yeah, we're just getting overwhelmed by numbers over here. I mean, my Dalamites are performing admirably, all things considered. Let's crash into the back of those steppe spearmen, and let's crash back into these mercenary Persian brigade. And then we've run into some more spears over here in our way. Let's see if we can again intercept them with Dialamites so that my cataphracts can get free. There we are. We are going to be able to... Well, yeah, they're spearmen. I mean, they are just locked onto me. But our rear charge here has landed home. And we can bring more. The enemy spearmen just got fixed here. And now we can start pouring into the back of this fight. My general's over here as well. Let's raise the banner. And we're going to pour in here to the back of that fight. And our rear charge from the Svarans here was successful, so yeah, we've now started to overwhelm the combined forces of the Asians and the Alans, who were working in concert here. Attack them. Attack these guys. Yep, we managed to save all of our Dalamite warriors, even though they were getting overwhelmed. So that's going to end up being a big victory for me. Hope you all enjoyed this one. You can see the Asians and other units fleeing before my men. Try and get you some cool close-ups. Hope you enjoyed this episode. A little bit of a different episode. It was all battle map, basically, because I didn't expect such a fight back from the enemy troops. Yeah, I mean, definitely the graphics are good. It's just that it's hard to... This would be something that would be easier to cast from a replay, probably. See my Dalamites cheering, killing some of the remaining enemy units here. these Roman troops being slain by my Elamites. Can't wait till we get some blood and gore DLC. That's the one I really want. The faction stuff, I'd be honest. To be honest, I could wait for. But anyway, like I said, hope y'all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.